The sounds of summer might soon be silenced.
Has the pandemic made you feel isolated?
Yes, very.
For kids like 13-year-old Michael Colella,
Basketball is my life, really. I mean, it's my great joy. Great for exercise, great for connecting with people with the same interests.
What was this past year like for you?
This past year was a roller coaster of emotions. It was very hard to get through a lot of things. Oh, okay.
this summer
Oopsies. Oh, that's embarrassing.
can't come soon enough.
I mean, it's great to hit a three-pointer. There it is. Whatever. This summer is the first summer that we're back to like substantial normalcy, or trying to get back to it.
Or
The mistakes. Yeah, that's better.
that's what he had hoped for.
What if there is no sports time camp this summer?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't know where we would find another camp that brings me as much joy as sports time does. That's an amazing sound. Whenever I can make a shot like that, it's my favorite sound because you know you made it into the perfect shot. Oopsies.
Last June, in the middle of the worst health crisis in a century, the Palm Beach County School Board voted to raise prices and change how businesses and nonprofits rent space from the district.
We were paying about $3,000 a week to lease this facility here in Jupiter.
And what does the school district want to charge you now?
I had the bookkeeper ran the lease, and it would be $14,600 a week.
A week?
A week.
Ah, that's terrible.
For nearly 2 decades, Scott Yeba's Sports Time Summer Camp has called Independence Middle School home, except of course last summer as the pandemic raged on.
Who gets together and meets and raises prices during the summer of one of the worst pandemics ever? That's what they did.
Yeba tells Contact 5 the district's minor procedural rate change increased his rent by nearly 500%. That's because the district now requires all facilities listed on a lease to be rented for the same number of hours.
So I'm paying 27 hours for a 9-hour lease day.
How many hours are in a day?
24, I believe.
And they want to charge you 27
27 hours.
So I think that they benefited from a very generous rate structure that was in place those 2 decades that they were leasing from us.
Kristen Garrison oversees leasing at the school district.
Why was this rate change and procedural change brought to the board last summer in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah, well, as I said, the supervision and particularly compliance with COVID provisions was of utmost importance to us.
She claims the changes came after a district study found rental rates in some cases were lower than other opportunities.
Is the school district here to turn a profit off of this? Or is the school district here to help the community?
Well, I think it's fair to say that we do need to at least recoup our costs in making the facilities available, but not necessarily to make a large profit.
Garrison says the district is trying to recover utilities and maintenance costs and ensure adequate supervision of the spaces that are being rented. The district also now requires a 2-hour minimum for leases on non-school days. These changes could impact more than 300 churches, nonprofits, and other commercial businesses.
Was the district losing money on some of these leases?
On many of them, yes.
But a short time later, Garrison couldn't provide specifics.
Do you know how much money the school district lost over the years as a result of its policy that was in place prior to this change?
I don't have that information off the top of my head.
Are there figures? Has that been looked at?
Well, we certainly look at the revenue figures coming in.
But does the district know how much it lost on leases based on its previous policy?
Not specifically.
Was a study ever done to try to develop that number?
No.
So how does the district know that it lost money?
Just in discussing it with our utilities manager and all that's involved in preparing a school for a lease on non-school days.
I am pretty sure that they are not losing a dime having sports time here with the way the lease arrangement's been. Because if they had been, and I've been leasing this for 20 years under these type of agreements, then who was asleep at the wheel for 20 years while they would been renting this facility to me?
Ooh. I'm so bad. Last summer was very hard. It was long. It was a long summer. It was a very unenjoyable summer. No.
Michael is hoping his summer rebounds and the sounds of summer return. In Palm Beach County, Michael Butchner.
Yeah, that's better.
WPTV News Channel 5.